Good day, everyone. This is Jill with Astro Press. Today I'm going to be looking at missing persons chart of Christina Bastian, an Apple Valley, California female who went missing on the day after Halloween, or let's just say the morning hours after Halloween. She was last seen November 1st, 2015 at 1:45 in the morning. And she is a school teacher, apparently. And there's a lot of information out there that ties into some of her behaviors before she went missing, which I will discuss, but I don't know how much of this information is true and factual, because let's be honest, when it comes to missing persons cases, nobody really knows why a person has gone missing. Only the person missing really knows why they decided to leave, or someone abducted them, or someone kidnapped them, or someone did something horrific to them, or someone has them. Only the person that is missing is going to know that. Now, you're probably going, well, duh, Jill, that's common sense. Well, it is, but a lot of people don't think of it that way in a missing persons cases. A lot of times people are reading, oh, this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and that happened, and this person was there, and I was there. And that's all good. But a lot of times it muddies up the waters, okay? And I noticed when I was looking at the Kylie Rodney case and the Julissa Fuentes case, and now Christina Bastian's case, I mean, there's a lot of alleged information that happened, and it's good information, don't get me wrong, but it's better if it's really the truth, okay? The good thing about astrology, because I did pull the chart for when Christina Bastian went missing. I did pull the chart. And the good thing about astrology, it doesn't lie. It basically tells me what energies were at play at the time she went missing. Okay? But first, let's read what it said from the Charlie Project, who, you know, keeps track of all cold cases regarding missing people, which is, I think, is amazing that the Charlie Project does this. And Christina Bastian's case is a cold case. She went missing in 2015, nothing still, and we're in what? August of 2022. So let's take a look at what the Charlie Project has about her so far. If you want to read up on Christina Bastian's case or any other missing persons cases where it's considered cold, go to the Charlie Project. You might find some helpful information there. So, according to this slide from the Charlie Project, Bastian was last seen in Apple Valley, California on November 1st, 2015. She was supposed to stay the night with a female friend, but got upset and left her friend's house at 1:45 in the morning with her small tan and white dog, a Maltese poodle mix named Coco. So apparently a photo of Coco is posted with this case summary. Bastian left many of her belongings at her friend's house, including her wallet, identification, and glasses, even though she would have needed the glasses in order to see. Huh. Interesting. The same night, the California Highway Patrol found some of Bastian's belongings on the road near Highway 247 and Bodek Road in Johnson Valley, California. Later the same morning, her silver Dodge Ram pickup truck, which she had only owned for a week, was found abandoned near Valley View Road in Morongo Valley, California. It had dents and scratches on both sides, as it had been driven all over the desert terrain. Now, that information alone is bizarre, right? She gets in a fight with a female friend, so my first couple of questions are, who was the female friend she got in a fight with, and what does the female friend say the fight was about? Was it about a guy? Was it about a girl? Was it about money? Was it about what? Family? What was the fight about that you would get so upset and leave a place at 1:45 in the morning on right after Halloween? That's creepy, folks. That's creepy. Has anybody here gotten upset at early hours of the morning and wanted to leave a situation? Well, I'm not going to lie, I have. And it's a creepy feeling to leave when you've gotten in an argument with someone at those wee hours of the morning. It's creepy. It is. And so, anyway, according to the Charlie Project, that's some of the information behind her missing. But when I pull the astrology up, it's just so, just like Jalessa Fuentes' astrology, just like Kylie Rodney's astrology. There's some similarities, but there are 4 main red flags that just basically have told me enough. Now, there's more to look at if I needed to look at the chart of when she went missing and her birth chart, but we don't have her time of birth. I know she is a sun sign of Cancer, but there's no information on her astrology. Okay? I know the birth date. I did pull up the chart without being able to use houses and angles and placements, but the houses and angles are my, one of my strongest indicators that I work with. So regardless, we know that she was born a sun sign of Cancer herself. She was born on July 8th, and I believe it was 1981 when she was born. So anyway, the red flags that I see in the chart at 1:45 in the morning are this. The chart ruler is the sun. Number 1 position says Leo was rising. It's actually a cuspy rising between Leo and Virgo. I'm going to go with that sun in Scorpio to lead the way here. So she goes missing with the chart ruler being the sun in the sign of Scorpio in the house of Gemini, which can say that a teacher, someone in a neighborhood, someone who was a teacher or a speaker or someone who loved to learn, someone who had maybe had a thing for cars or short trips, there's some dark energy around that person, okay, that missing person, so to speak. And so I don't like that this happened when the sun is in Scorpio, because that Scorpio energy is reporting to who? Pluto, Lord of the Underworld. So it's creepy. So 1 and 2, I kind of just discussed. Now, when I look at what's on her in her first house, what do we have? Number 3 position, we have Mars, the planet of war. The god of war was right on top of her. So no surprises that there was allegedly an argument. I wonder if there was a struggle. I wonder if there was a fight. I wonder what went on. Because Mars rules arguing, fighting, the god of war. Mars likes to blow things up. Mars is the god of war. And the god of war was on Christina Bastian at the time she went missing. So no surprises that allegedly she got into an argument, because Mars is right there. She could have had an argument, it could have been an accident, there could have been fighting, there could have been violence, anything possible with the god of war there, okay? So the 4th position is what really is the most evil, disturbing energy. Once again, I'm looking at a missing persons case, and here that dark star ALGOL is showing up again. So ALGOL is a fixed star that falls at approximately 26 degrees of Taurus. Okay? The time she went missing, her midheaven which is the chart ruler, which is how this chart is seen, was taken over by the evil demon star ALGOL. Okay? When I look at a chart, the first things I want to see is what is on the angles. What's on the rising sign? What's on the descendant? What's on the midheaven? What's on the IC? Because that is profound information that gives me a lot to work with. In this case, ALGOL is right there on top of the chart. And so basically, where did she go? Well, according to this chart, ALGOL has something to do with it. What does that mean? ALGOL is a dark star energy. ALGOL is like having the devil or Satan or, you know, stuff like that going on in a chart. And so I don't like the red flags, the Scorpio Sun sign. I don't like the Mars in the first. I don't like ALGOL conjuncting the midheaven. I don't like that it happened right after Halloween. I don't like that it happened at a friend's house, a girlfriend's house, and at the wee hours of the morning. That's just weird and creepy on so many levels. So where is she? If you wanted to ask me, it's pretty dark. And, you know, I keep thinking when I look at one of these missing persons cases, I'm going to see some hope and some optimism somewhere. Now, Jupiter is in the first house, and that could mean hope and optimism, but it also could mean, so it could also mean there was more than one person involved with her disappearance. Jupiter means more than one, folks. And so anyway, my questions that I have for the public, for the people associated with Christina Bastian. I know her mother has a Facebook page, but the questions that I have are who was she arguing with? Who is that girlfriend that she was at her house and arguing where she would be so upset that she would leave at 1:45 in the morning right after Halloween? Who was that person? Who was Christina romantically involved with? Who did Christina have a crush on? Who had a crush on Christina? Did this friend and her argue about a guy? Did this friend and her argue about a relationship? What led Christina to staying at the friend's house on Halloween and wanting to leave at the early hours of the morning? Did she get a phone call? Did a phone call come in that Christina took that was upsetting to her? What happened? Did she drive off in the car? Is there footage that shows her driving in the car with the dog? Or did the car and dog never leave the place? That's what I'd like to know as well. And so when you think about it with a missing persons case, I think you always have to look at where were they last. In this case, she's apparently at a friend's house. And what happened at that friend's house? What phone calls came in? What people were there? What environment were they in? Was there drinking? Were they smoking? Were they doing drugs? What was going on at that time? And what was the history of those two? You know, the girlfriend and her. What was that history about? And they had to be up late. Why would you be up so late at 1:45 in the morning? What was going on? So there's a lot of questions I have that I have not seen answers to out there. And again, like I talked about missing person cases, everybody can speculate. Everybody, a lot of times that speculation is just fluff to kind of take people off track. And I think you really need to stay focused on where she, who, what, where, when, how. Now, I'm not a private detective. I'm acting like I'm this cool private detective, but I have gone missing myself, as I mentioned. I have also done quite a bit of missing, like many of my friends and family have asked me to locate people for them, who I have located pretty successfully. And the other thing is that I have done missing persons cases. It's been a while, and I just started wanting to do them again. And so anyway, that is what I know. If you have information about this, you can look up the Help Find Christine Bastian Facebook page. Apparently her mother has a Facebook page. Her mother is by the name of Cheryl. And, you know, maybe some more things will show up around this case. But according to the astrology, it's just really dark and ugly, just like it was for Jalissa, just like it was for Kylie Rodney. So what does that mean? I don't know. Only time will tell. So that's it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Okay. Let's see.